Hello guys, Namaskaram. This is your friend CA Amit on the channel ComradeCA. Hope you're all doing very well. Welcome to this new video. Have you ever thought of having all of a professional courses discussion in a single video? Now, professional courses means professional courses that is done in India. Professional courses offered from abroad can be done in India. All of these professional courses at one place. It will not be a typical, one course versus other course, one course versus other course. Typical video, no. This would be like every professional course, be it CA, CS, CMA, this is Indian course, and as well as its ACCA, CPA, CMA, UK, USA, these kind of courses we can look in its entirety. Now, what are we going to discuss when we say all of this goes at one place? Well, the major points that can be acting as a decider, like how can we choose? What are the major factors that we need to choose? Typically, where the qualification we can get that qualification, what is the cost of that qualification, what is the duration, we can discuss about that, and at the major point, what are the focusing areas of this professional courses that will act as a decider for individual person based upon their choices. I know that when we discuss about all of these major points, still it will factor, like the decider would be factoring upon the individual preferences and choices, and the region or the state where he belongs to. These are all going to play a major factor. But typically when I say the four major points that can act, I'm not saying that we are only going to discuss the four major points, but the four major parts that typically comes upon the mind is, from where are we getting that course, what is the cost that will take, what is the duration of that course, and how difficult it is, and what is the typical passing percentage. Now, no typical passing percentage, just for a level of understanding we want to get there. We can discuss all of these points entirely, which will act as a decider in a single video that will help for all of the professional courses in India and as well as professional courses that is abroad. Let's get started. This is a single video and bit lengthy video because we are going to cover all of the professional courses in a tabulated form. So I'm going to present to you in a tabulated form of all of this the professional courses in a single video at a stretch, and discuss the major points which will act as a decider how to choose, and based on this video the individuals can decide whether we want to go for this course or not. It will not be like a comparison between two courses, but a comparison, or not as a comparison to say, rather how each of these professional courses individually stands out and how worth in individual professional courses would be. Now let's check it out. Let's start with this video without wasting any time. Hi guys, if you're here for the first time, this is CA Amit on the channel ComradeCA. In the channel of ComradeCA, you will get basic preparation of CA exams and basic finance videos, motivational videos, and great informative videos that can be insightful in your CA journey. The goal is to present and give good content, valuable content that will be beneficial during your CA journey. So if you're here for the first time, do subscribe the channel as well as do like this video so that it goes and spread to wider audiences, so that it can act as beneficial not only to you but for others as well. So without forgetting, do hit the like button as well as subscribe the channel ComradeCA. So let's get started. Hello everyone. Now the screen that I'm presenting to you is of all of the professional courses, like as you can see on screen: CA, CMA India, CS, ACCA, CMA UK, CMA US, CMA, CFA, and CPA. I hope that I have covered all of the professional courses. So the first three courses would be of Indian professional courses: CA, CMA India, and CS. and the others would be from the professional courses abroad. Okay, now let's get started one by one. Now CA is the Chartered Accountancy course in India. That means the CA is the person from India who can sign his balance sheet of statutory balance sheets. Okay, so this is Chartered Accountancy course of India. CMA India is Certified Management Accountant, that is stands for. CS is Company Secretary India. These are the Company Secretary governing body from India. ACCA stands for Association of Chartered Certified Accountants. This is offered from UK. So do not get confused with the word of chartered. Now chartered can be used for chartered accountant as well as foreign courses like chartered from UK and chartered engineers. There are many chartered. So chartered doesn't means only chartered accountants can use it. Okay, other professional courses can also use the word chartered, but they are not chartered accountant. CMA UK is Certified Management Accountant. CMA US is Certified Management Accountant from US. CMA is Chartered Institute of Management Accountants. Chartered Financial Analyst, which is for CFA. And CPA is Certified Public Accountant. Now I just explained what are the individual courses, what it stands for. Now let's check one by one. Like for Chartered Accountant, that is CA, who is the governing body? It is ICAI India. ICAI is Institutes of Chartered Accountant of India. And for CMA, it is Institute of Chartered Accountant, Management Accountant from India. And CS is Institute of Company Secretaries, India. ACCA is from UK. CMA is from UK. CMA is from IMA USA. Okay, and CMA is again from UK. CFA is from USA and CPA is from USA. These were the governing body. Now going by the curriculum of this course, let's look at the broad level. Now CA, let's discuss about the individual courses from India. So CA includes accounts, taxation, auditing, law, financial management, information system and more. Okay, but these are the major ones in the curriculum. Well, in CMA India, it is costing, financial management, management accounting, business law, taxation and more. These are the core curriculum topics. In CS, it is company law, corporate governance, securities law, economics and more. Now coming to foreign courses curriculum, ACCA. ACCA as IFRS, accounting, financial management, taxation at international level, business law, auditing, strategy and much more. These are for ACCA. For CMA, it is management accounting, financial management, strategic planning, risk management and performance evaluation. Well, moving to the next, CMA US, it is financial planning, analysis control, decision support, professional ethics, risk management and more. Going for CMA, it is strategic management, risk management, financial management, etc. in the curriculum. Going for CFA, it is investment analysis, portfolio management, ethics, etc. That is professional ethics, etc. CPA of USA, it has auditing, taxation, financial accounting, business law, etc. So There are many topics, much more, but these are the core topics in the curriculum. Let me also freeze this line. Let me unfreeze this one, select this, let me freeze this. So let's move after the curriculum to the focus of this professional course. What is the core focus? Okay, we have in the curriculum major topics or the major subject areas that is covered, but the focus more of this professional course would be on professional accounting skills, knowledge, taxation, those areas. Because being a chartered accountant in India who has the authority to sign the balance sheet, he covers major areas, and the focus would be on more of like accounting skills, taxation, etc. for a CA. But for CMA, it would be costing, financial analysis related to management accounting, etc. For CS, it would be corporate law, governance and compliance. Well, ACCA, that is professional body from UK, it is international accounting and finance. So their core area would be on accounting. For CMA UK is management accounting and strategic planning. For CMA US, the focus is on management accounting and financial analysis. For CMA, it is business strategy and management accounting. And for CFA, it is investment management and financial analysis. So those who want to try on investment management can the CFA is focusing on this area. CPA is accounting and financial expertise. So it is similar to like what we have in CA India. So CPA is like certified public accountant who is again a statutory chartered accountant, typical chartered accountant of India, similar services in USA. But this can be done from India as well. But you are not practicing, but just can find work abroad. So these are the focus of these professional courses. Now, what is the major difference that we compare? Okay, everybody is giving similar things. So when you look at the curriculum and the focus, it is more or less same. You know, one minus other. Maybe CA is covering everything. CMA has less thing. You know, but we can see that CA is also working like what CFA, CMA, CS is doing that, or ACCA is doing that. More or less everybody has minus and plus many things. But what is the major difference that we can see in this area? So major difference would be for CA, it is like core Indian accounting regulation plus, yes, IFRS and everything is now add on this. But the core focus would be on Indian accounting and as well as regulations in India, because being a chartered accountant of India, they will be focusing much more on Indian related aspects. Secondly, on CMA, it will be on Indian business environment. For the cost analysis or the costing supported thing, they will be focusing on the Indian business environment. Coming to CS, it is on again Indian business environment. All of the laws that would be required would be of India. ACCA and others being a globally recognized course, the global recognized accounting qualification and much more self-paced account learning methodology is been supported by ACCA. So for ACCA, all of the accounting and taxation related things which is internationally applicable would be taken care. When you say internationally applicable, means all nations account taxation are they learning? Not that way. But at international level, what can be applicable or what is the strategic requirement of taxation, that is what is being taught over there. Now coming to CMA UK, the emphasis is on strategic decision making. More of strategic decision making is what is being taught in CMA UK. CMA US, the rigorous focus is on management accounting. CMA is on partnering and strategy. Business partnering and strategy is their core focus. For CFA, it is on investment industry, typical investment banking, and their ethics is what has been taught. For CPA is on, again similar to India what it is, but the focus is on US accounting and the taxation and regulation. So these are the major difference. So you understand by this video what are the major difference for each of these courses when you are selecting for each of the professional courses. Now let us understand the weightage, how much is the practical versus theory. Now in coming to India course like CA, CMA, CS, CA has more practical oriented things, well on ground things. That means when you learn, I am not trying to say that when you learn CA you have only practical subjects to be focused on. No, you have practical as well as theory, but overall CA focus on practical training. That is why we have a articleship which is long, more than 3 years or 3 years or less than 3 years, comparing nearly 3 years. You have to go for the practical articleship training, practical training. Okay, and for CMA India and CS, there is a mix of practical as well as theoretical things. That means theoretical means you just need to pass an examination, and the practical training is merely less comparing to CA. So there is a balance of practical orientation as well as theory. But for CS, it is more of theory. It is more of theory, that is application of law, but not at practical level that way. So this is the comparison of practical and theory for Indian professional courses. Now coming next to the foreign or the abroad courses, ACCA again has a mix of practical and theory. So here, as a chartered accountant of India has a rigorous articleship period, it is not there for foreign courses. ACCA doesn't have that rigorous articleship or a training period. Same as for CMA UK and CMA US as well. And then coming to the other three courses, as the practical application with theoretical understanding is very important. Okay, so the articleship training as we have in India is not there for the other professional bodies. Coming to source of study, from where do we study? Now for professional courses, the undoubtedly we have to study from self-study. That is, we have to do a self-study instead of going and attending some like school or colleges. There is no such thing as such. We have to do a self-study, and the books would be given by these institutes, and we have to do a self-study. So all of places you have to do a self-study, it is no doubt. So there is no typical comparison, but yeah, for CA you have coaching institute who can support. Coaching institute, there are many coaching institute all over India. You can take up any coaching institute, they will support you on this, but it is only a support they are giving. All of the examination, registration, everything you have to go and do it to the particular institute's website and study. So there is no requirement as such that you have to go to a coaching institute, but coaching institute can definitely support you in preparation of the courses. This is applicable for entire all of the professional in India. But when you go for the foreign courses, self-study is definitely there, but there are online resources also available from where you can study. Online resources, that means for this professional body, you did not go and download it from their professional bodies or institutes site. Instead, many affiliated, maybe coaching classes, many maybe many other many other coaching institutes are supporting and providing online resources for you to support and study for all of the foreign courses. From there also you can study and appear for the examination. But for professional courses in India, typically you have to rely on the material of the institute. Yeah, you can go and refer the coaching institute materials, but what the professional institutes recommend is that to rely on their material, and the coaching institutes actually borrow from from the from the institute's study material itself. So more or less to say, it is the professional institute study material that you have to keep as a source of your study. Now let's discuss about the recognition given by the professional uh, courses. Now starting with CA, it is globally recognized, but globally recognized when you will say like, okay, if CA can work in US or in New Zealand, Australia, yes, he can work, but not in a position of as a statutory or a person who can sign the balance sheet, but he can find job. So that means this course is globally recognized. He can work anywhere depending upon the industry as well. So these two courses, CA and CMA India, it is globally recognized. You can work anywhere. But for CS, it is highly focusing on Indian business environment, where you're dealing with corporate law and governance and compliances. So it is a nationally recognized course. You cannot take this course and work abroad. So for CS, it is nationally recognized. For professional courses from abroad, it is again globally recognized. From ACCA to all of the courses till CPA, you can say it is globally recognized. But for CPA, Certified Public Accountant, it is more or less for predominantly for US it is recognized. Though it is globally recognized, like when I work in other than US, anywhere this is recognized, but when you are from the standpoint of signing a balance sheet or something, this would be for typically for US. Now coming to the exciting point, next is the duration, which can act as the decider for to choose this course, like whether I want to put so many years into this or how many years it will minimum take, not the maximum, but this is the minimum time it takes to complete or to get or be a professionally qualified person. So the duration that would require for CA is 4.5 to 5 years is the minimum time it takes. CMA India, it is 3 years. CS, it is 3 years. ACCA, it is 2 to 4 years. Now this is exciting. If you see for ACCA, it is a good course where you can complete your course in 2 to 4 years. Now 2 to 4 years, why is that range being given? Because 2 and 4, it is like doubling the range. How is that possible? Now 2 to 4 years means like this is a self-paced course where you can complete the course in a self-paced manner, in a quick manner also. There is no stoppage as such that you have to cover these many duration. There is a practical training inserted. There is nothing as such. You can, in a self-paced manner, you can complete this course. So this is the minimum time, and you can complete the course. And for CMA UK, it is 3 to 4 years, and for CMA US, it is 2 to 4 years. Again, it is similar as for ACCA. Like all courses can be completed in a self-paced manner. For the abroad courses is what I am saying. CMA, it is 3 to 4 years. CFA, it is 2 to 5 years. Now 2 to 5 years here, if I say for CFA, it is not like ACCA. This is the minimum course it will take, but it depends upon the level where you are registering up, and this is the time it takes to complete all the levels. CPA, it is 1 to 2 years. Like, okay, this is very quick, but the level of preparation and study that it requires is immense, and the monetary investment is also very immense. So well, Moving to the next point of monetary investment. Now if you'll see for CA, it is very minimum from 9,000 to 10,000 for registration. I have put the monetary investment in three like levels, like registration, examination fees and coaching fees. Well, when I'm making this video, okay, it would be the recent one, or the not the very latest one, rather to say, because these are subject to change. But I can guarantee, like, this is the minimum range that requires to be paid for, or the monetary investment that it requires, and I'm excluding the coaching fees because it may vary depending upon the region, state, or the coaching institute that you are enrolling. So the monetary investment that is required for CA. Okay, just a moment, I will come back here. Okay, this is the point. So monetary investment required for CA. For registration, it is 9,000 to 10,000. For examination, it is like 2,000 to 2,500 per group. Okay, there are two groups, so per group it requires this much. Coaching fees, as I said, would be varying. So I can undoubtedly say that, like, for CA, out of all of the professional courses, be it India or abroad, this would be the least the amount that would be required as an investment for doing a professional course. Now for CMA India, the registration is like more than CA. Definitely registration would require 20 to 25k. Examination would be 1,200 to 1,600 per group. Coaching amount would vary. CS, it is 6,000 to 7,000 for registration, and examination would be 1,200 to 1,500 per group, and again the coaching amount would vary. So these were for the Indian professional courses. Now coming to the abroad courses, starting from ACCA. Now ACCA would require 30,000 to 40,000. This is in INR. You can see that for registration, and for examination it will write 5,000 to 7,000, and the coaching would vary again. Now for ACCA, there is one added advantage. I have not added into a separate point in this video, but I will cover it here. Like for doing ACCA, if you have cleared your degree or any of other professional examination for you, so there is an exemption from the level of papers that you are attempting, and for the exempted ones you have to pay some charges, and you have been exempted to appear those papers, and appear for the you have to appear for the remaining papers, and you can qualify your ACCA. So that is why the duration can be reduced to a very great extent if you have covered your degree, if you have covered of any other professional examinations. You can quickly appear the remaining papers and get ACCA qualified. Now for CMA UK, the registration is again similar to ACCA, and the coaching would vary. Now starting from CMA US, I have mentioned the registration in USD amounts because I'm not able to get the general amount in INR itself. So INR equivalent, you can just derive it with the latest whatever calculation or the rate of exchange. You can do that. So registration would be USD 250 to 415, and for examination, like for part 1 it is 395 to 415, part 2 it is again 395 to 415 Indian equivalent amount. For CMA, it is for registration, it is GBP 77, because being a UK related course, it is in British pounds, and INR equivalent you need to pay. For examination, like for objective, for case study, for different set of examination, there is different charges. So Indian equivalent amount you have to pay for it. For CFA, for registration, it is USD 450 to 1000 USD INR equivalent, and for each level of examination, at level 1, level 2, level 3, you have different amount that needs to be paid. CPA, it varies depending on each state. Now each state CPA is from US. For each of the province state, the amount would vary. So I don't have the collective figures for each of the states. For US there are many states, so from where you can do this provisional CPA, so the amount would vary. Coming to the next point on examination structure. Now examination structure, we get an idea how it is been placed and how we have to appear. Now for CA, it is typically 3 levels like foundation, intermediate and the finals. This is typically for CMA India as well. But for CS, it is again at 3 level, but the names are different like foundation, executive and professional. So these are the 3 stages for Indian professional courses. Now for ACCA, it is divided into papers. So for Indian professional courses, it is not 3 exams, but in 3 exams you have different set of papers, but they don't talk in papers. You have to create, you cannot clear papers, but you have to clear the levels with groups. Okay, so those who are typically appearing the courses, they know that if you clear one of the paper also but you have failed in a group, you are not allowed or you are not passed. You need to clear the group. But for ACCA, you have 13 papers divided into knowledge, skills and professional modules. You have to clear papers and you can get through. That is how ACCA works. Then for CMA UK, it is 3 levels: operational, management and strategic. So it is again in 3 levels. But for CMA US, it is multiple exams with experience requirement. For CMA US, you have certainly required to show some experience based on which there is a examination structure. So it is for CMA US, CMA and CFA also, you need to show that experience requirement based on which the examination structure would depend for all of the professional courses. Basically you can see for US related courses, it depending on the experience requirement. Now coming to the examination months, how do you choose that? Maybe this can help as a decider if you are choosing CA course and some any other additional qualification course, to see that when are the examination clashing or examination typically coming. So I have seen students taking CA and CS or CA and CMA or ACCA. So they know that when are they should know that when are the examination dates or examination months. For CA it is May and November. For CMA India it is June and December. CS again June and December. ACCA it would be March, June, September, December. So there are 4 months in which you can appear for the examination. For CMA UK, it is January, February, May, July, August, November. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 6 months, you can appear those papers. Every 6 months, they have that paper. CMA US again, January, February, May, June, September, October. 2, 4, 6. CMA again 6. CFA, it would be 2 months, June and December. For CPA, it varies by state where they have different months. Coming to career prospects. Now career prospects, let's see, where I can boast of each of the course having different career prospects, but vast what it focus on depending upon the above discussion that we had. For a CA, it is diverse, including practice, industry experience, consulting, vast opportunity in accounting, finance, taxation, auditing, something related to systems. Everything can be done or performed by a CA. Similarly, coming to CMA India, the opportunity in cost management, financial analysis, corporate planning, they have a big role to play. In fact, they also signed, all the costing reports. They have the authority or the right to do that. For CS, it is opportunities in corporate compliance, legal advisory, and governance. For ACCA, global opportunities like accounting, finance, consulting, taxation, it's at a global level. So this is like immensely taking place, and the career prospect is very high for ACCA. Coming to CMA UK, opportunities at management accounting, financial analysis, and strategic roles. Now, versatile career prospects for CMA US in finance operation and strategy. For CMA, it is in finance operation, strategy, and consultancy is also there for CMA. For CFA, it is about investment management and hardcore finance. So broad career prospect for this investment management related functions. For CPA, well, again, a diverse career prospects similar to what CA India is offering, includes public accounting, taxation, and finance. Now, coming to smaller topics like stipend. Now, stipend, it can generally vary. It generally varies 10,000 to 25,000 per month. But you will argue on this point, well, what the institute offers is very, very less. I know that. But when you practically seeing, go and visit to doing a articleship with a CA firm, they generally offer you this stipend ranging around 10,000 to 25,000 per month for CA articleship. For CMA, it is 8,000 to 15,000. For CS, it is 7,000 to 15,000. So these three professional courses have to do a practical articleship training. Now, for abroad professional courses, they don't have to do articleship. For ACCA and CMA UK, so it's not applicable. But for CMA US, CMA, CFA, and CPA, they have practical training, but it may vary depending upon the place they do. Now, job prospects. Now, job prospects for career prospect I've already discussed, like major thing. But job prospect, like various industries we have. How is the job prospect they have? Career prospect they do have it, but what are the job prospect they have? Very similar thing, but I have just put a different explanation that will give more understanding, like in which industry or where they can work. So starting with CA, job prospects in various industries, covering diverse industries, we can get a job. Coming to CMA India, job prospect in finance, that too in manufacturing and service sector, will be huge for CMA. So these are the core areas where a CMA can get a job. For CS, it would be decent job prospect in corporate sector with legal firms and consultancy, they can get a job. So for ACCA, that is for foreign courses, strong job prospect worldwide. I'll mind you, it's worldwide you have a job prospect, including big four firms. So job prospects in worldwide, that means in a typical kind of industry. No, it is not that way. But all over the world, you will find job with ACCA. Well, for CMA UK, it is in with management accounting and consulting and financial management. Well, job prospect for CMA US, CMA, CFA, CPA, it is immense. But in India, it would be like with big fours and with multinational companies is what we get. So they also have a decent job prospect if we do it from India as well. So I have just not filled any of those here, but it is typically like similarly applicable what is there for CMA not CMA UK, but this is management accounting. But for CMA US, CMA they have job prospect in India as well. So moving to the next, that is Big Four job prospect. Like when we say, you should have a connections with Big Four so that you land up having good jobs in India as well as abroad. So for CA, definitely you have a Big Four firms, but there is a way of selection in Big Four firms. But if you say if you're qualified CA, you can get a chance in Big Four, definitely you can get it. But there is a selection criteria where you have to fulfill, then you get it. So everywhere it is definitely the selection criteria is applicable, but for CMA India, for CS, everywhere there is a Big Four prospect that you have. I have kept this point specifically to see that all of these professional courses in India would have a good job prospect, but for CS it is just decent. You have to be on top to get those. Going for the professional courses abroad, there is a strong demand in Big Four firms and multinational companies for ACCA. So while you see CA has good job prospect, but they have a core selection criteria which I was stressing on. If you have just one qualified, first attempt qualified, second attempt, third attempt, fourth attempt or fifth attempt, something that kind of criteria. But for ACCA, anyways, the qualification or the level of the clearing can be completed in 2 to 4 years. So there is more level of professions available, so those kind of jobs for them is plenty or abundantly available. So there is a strong demand in Big Fours and multinational companies for these ACCA course in India. So you land up job in Big Four and multinational companies very quickly with a ACCA degree. Now with CMA UK, then again it is for Big Four and multinational companies. Similarly, for all of the professional course, you will find the opportunity in Big Four firms. But with CFA, being a chartered financial analysis, you will get in asset management company and investment banks. You can find those opportunities. But no doubt you can get in Big Four as well. With CPA, definitely in Big Fours as well as major finance roles, you can play with a CPA degree. That is the Big Four job prospect. Now coming to the major thing where you can discuss and make immense videos like CA earning more or ACC earning more, but I have not put any of the figures. That too, in general also I have not put any figures. But the remuneration point of view, if we have a discussion, yes, CA have high, but only at this very, very senior level they have a huge earning. Okay, but at the other level, don't they have it? Yes, it is. They have it, but it is not that high. To see that once they are qualified, they get set out from a very junior level, they get the very good package that you compare with any other professional course, and you say or to say with a doctor or to say with a BTech degree, if you compare and all at the junior level, they get a very less package. But when they go with their experience at a higher level, the remuneration is quite high. Now comparing with other professional courses in India, CMA India and CS India, you have a good competitive salaries they spend, but not as CA. It is far less than a CA. So that is how with CMA India and CS courses. Now for ACCA and other professional courses, the salary is competitive and it is very good. The salaries are very good because the clearing level is it's better than a CA, and the salary that they fetch from the beginning is good comparing to CA that they get at a very initial level, because they clear very early than a CA. So the level of salary, if you compare figure wise, it is less than CA, but it is competitive and better what a CA earns. And at the long run, ACCA will not earn as good remuneration as CA, but still ACCA attracts the job prospect, that is the highlight of this course, and decently you can earn with ACCA. CMA UK again, and CMA US, CMA and CFA, the salaries are competitive and far better. And if you're doing a course along with your CA, any of this course from ACCA to CPA, you will have an added advantage as well. So in this video also I'm covering that with any of the CA course or any of the course, if you are doing additional course, so this can be an added advantage to you and it will be really worth it. So next point is it worth it? Yes, every professional course is worth it, if you'll see, because every course has its uniqueness and the focus that they are giving, so it is much worth it. Membership, yes, every professional course has their own membership. Associate member as ACA for CA, for CMA it is CMA, associate member CS, for ACCA it is ACCA member UK, CMA member, CMA member of CMA, CFA, chartered holder, it's not a member, chartered holder, and CPA accountant, it's a different membership. So the post that they typically occupy with these courses, if you'll see, the post occupied by CA is audit manager, financial manager, CFO, support manager, taxation manager. There are many lines. I have to add more commas and put it over here, but haven't included. These are the major CA CAs occupy the post. For CMA, it is cost accountant, financial analyst, budgeting manager. Yeah, financial manager can also be taken by CMA India. For CS, it is company secretary, legal advisor, compliance officer. These kind of job post they occupy. For ACCA, it's financial analysis, audit manager, financial manager. Yeah, taxation manager can also be taken by ACCA. For CMA UK, it is management consult, accountant, financial manager, finance director. So if you'll ask me, finance director, if CA can occupy, yes, CA can occupy any of the roles, but they have to leap through many experiences and then they reach there. But for CMA UK and all, the finance director related task, he may not know in entirety, but as a position of director, he can definitely take up. But CA also can take up all of the job positions. But when it comes to an international level, it is curtailed to a CFO or something. But for CMA UK, if you do it, yes, finance director at that positions, you can definitely have it. So CA with CMA UK and all will be an advantage. CMA US, certified management accountant, management accountant, finance manager, those related jobs you can get. For CMA, CFA, it's all chartered financial analyst, and for CPA, it is definitely the post of accountant, taxation manager, etc. for CPA. Now let's discuss an important thing. What is the ease of preparation? What is the ease of preparation for each of these professional courses? Now for CA, the preparation is very challenging. It requires much dedication than you can ever imagine. So that is most important for CA. CMA, I won't not say that it doesn't require, but it requires a strategic thinking. It's not that challenging, but it requires a strategic thinking. CS, it is moderately difficult. I will not say it is easy, but it is moderately difficult. Some position or some places it becomes very difficult. ACCA is self-paced learning. It's very easy. Learning with the support is very easy. And if you are enrolled into a coaching classes, the life becomes very much easy. But for CA examination, even if you go for a coaching classes also, you will wonder clearing exam or to understand the level or the dedication that it requires is very enormous. So it is comparing to ACCA and CA, but ACCA would be very easy to crack, and if you have a good grasp you can quickly complete the papers, as you know that it can be completed between the range of 2 to 4 years. CMA UK, it is moderately difficult. For CMA US, it is comprehension, case studies and all. Yeah, it is. CMA US is also very easy, and it is similarly to ACCA. The preparation is quite easy. For CMA, it emphasizes on partnering and business partnering and strategic links. The preparation is not that easy, but yes. Well, for CFA and CPA, the level of preparation is comparatively moderately difficult. Rather, I say for CPA it requires again a very good dedication. So I need to it's challenging and requires dedication for CPA to be cleared. But still, the passing percentage is quite high for CPA as well. But still, it requires a lot of dedication. How is the recognition in society? And no doubt for CA it is high recognition in India as well as abroad. But for CMA India it is growing recognition. Why did I put it as growing recognition? Because typically it is for manufacturing sectors where the cost related things are done. But nowadays CMA India is growing recognition with the accounting fields as well. So it is quite getting recognized. CS, it's highly regarded in corporate governance, but only in India, that way. ACCA is widely recognized, not highly recognized, but it's widely recognized. This course is widely recognized all over the world. So course from UK, it is widely recognized. Now what is highly and widely recognized difference is highly recognition because they are having the signature authority, like CA has a signature authority. Well, ACCA doesn't carry that signature authority in India, but with ACCA you can get a qualification or you get a job prospect all over the world. That's why it is widely recognized. CMA UK is growing its recognition slowly with the typical core job that can to be done by CMA UK in financial management accountant, financial manager, that way. Well, combined with India, CA can do any of the job, but for CMA UK, the focus is been kept. Those niche areas to be done, like for a management accounting or financial rate as analysis related thing can be done by a CMA UK. So it is growing recognition for these kind of jobs. CMA US, again it is growing recognition. CMA, CFA and CPA, it varies by state. Why it varies by state? Because definitely it has a high recognition, but it with different states of US, it has a different recognition overall. Going by the passing percentage, now the passing percentage can be the last. Why did I put at the last? Is because this is the ultimate thing which help you to a decider, what is the passing percentage. Well, if you are strictly studying and you are quite confident, passing percentage, definitely you need not worry. Well, it's quite easy to say that once you have some setbacks or disappointment, then automatically the focus goes on to the percentages. Definitely initially we don't focus on it, but later on we see that okay, this is very less, in which if we are not there, then it's very less, means the percentage of passing is very less, and we are not in that passing percentage, the life would be very difficult. So passing percentage, let's see at a high level, in a range, what is the passing percentage of professional course in India first, and then the foreign courses, professional courses. For CA it is 5 to 15%, the least of the Indian professional courses as well as the foreign professional courses. Very least. 5 to 15% is the percentage of passing for CA. For CMA India, it is around 20 to 30%. For CS, it is again 20 to 30%. But having said 20 to 30% for CMA India and CS India, but there are people around who are not able to pass around in this percentage as well. You know, then we say that okay, is the percentage correct? Well, it is depends upon, like in a 5-year pattern. If you'll see for CMA India and CS, it is around 20 to 30%. Okay, if you take about very current year, how much it was, maybe it can be less than this, maybe it can be higher than this. But for CA, it is, for many years it has been 5 to 15. Why it took 15? Because it is in 5 years, past 5 years, there was somewhere around where it was more than 10%. That is why I have put the range to 5 to 15%. But for CMA India and CS, it is around 20 to 30% overall. Starting with the foreign courses, professional courses, for ACCA, it is around 40 to 50%. Now this is a pleasing or a very quite nice to see and hear. The passing percentage for foreign courses is much good. Now why is this? If you'll see why with Indian courses it is less than this, because Indian courses, what should fetch the job prospect in India, and the value that should be there in India and abroad should be good. And the focus of Indian courses is to take to a very higher positions or higher positions at the work area. So that is why the percentage and the percentage that they pass out is very less, and the coverage is also coverage of the curriculum is also very high, and not only to a core aspects like analysis or management accounting. It is not curtailed to that. So that is why you will see the passing percentage is very less, and the coverage of curriculum is also high, because the focus of Indian courses is to work not only in India but also to be working abroad. But you will see for foreign courses, they have a wide recognition of their courses in abroad as well as in India. In India means, like, typically the jobs would be with MNCs as well as Big Fours, not with all of the Indian Indian or companies that way. So the passing percentage is around 40 to 50, where the foreign institutes are making money, rather to say, if you goes, and the amount of investment comparing with Indian courses, it's tenfold, to say. So the amount of investment is quite high from the Indian professional courses. So you can see for ACCA, CMA UK, the passing percentage is 40 to 50, and for CMA US it is 35 to 45%. CMA it is 40 to 50%, and CFA it is 40 to 50 again, and for CPA it is 45 to 55. So these are the passing percentage for these professional courses. Now based on this, all of the points that have decided, you can decide which of the professional course that you want to choose, be it CA, be it CMA, be it CS, ACCA, CMA UK, CMA US, CMA, CFA, CPA, any of the courses that you want to course. As well as if you want to do any of this course as an additional course along with CA or CMA or CS, you can do by looking at this. Well, these chart that I have prepared, I will also put it as a referral for you. You can just look and download. This will be useful for you. So I'll just place it as a link for you to download. Now please note that the above figures vary depending upon the exchange rate, location, and many other factors. So it is very advisable to refer to a respective sheet to understand about this courses, and before making any decided about the courses that you have. But definitely this can give you initial insight about how this what all these courses are focusing on, what are they offering, and whether you will be able to find your interest on these courses by going through this all of the points, and you can act upon and decide which course you want to choose. So this is the presentation of overall professional courses in India as well as the professional courses abroad. And this course can be done not only by the commerce graduates but also from any stream they can do. There is no restriction as such. They can do this courses.